All right, all right. You are welcome to Oluyole the market. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, okay. All right, all right. So quickly, I'm currently on site. Please, if you can hear me, please indicate you can hear me. Actually, I forgot my mic. I did go to the site today with my mic, so you will notice. So quickly, I want to give us a breakdown. If you go on my page currently, you are going to see pictures and videos about Oluyole Market. That is what you are seeing behind me currently. I'm currently on site, and this is going to serve as a history. This is going to serve as a witness, if I may put it that way, that we were here when this project was being built, and we took advantage of it when we get to see it in its full glory. If you are new here with us and you don't know what we are talking about how to own shops in a government sponsored market. In every community, there's always in every community, those who own shops within that market make money for a very long time. So currently, what we have in our hand is actually a big opportunity. Okay, it's a public-private partnership. It's a public-private partnership. So this is a partnership between the Oluyole local government and our construction company, our developer. Okay, so it's a partnership that gives us approval to build multiple shops in a plaza right here in Oluyole local government area. So while in the process of life, I'm going to turn the camera, I'm going to take the video out so that you can assess the environment and realize that this market is actually sitting directly the Akala expressway. Okay, to our right have Challenge bus terminal. So if you are familiar with Oluyole market, you know that the expressway that takes you to Lagos is just 5 minutes from Challenge terminal. So that means it's connected to every area of the Oluyole modern market, right? So the purpose why I decided to do this live is actually to answer questions for those who are asking how much shop in Oluyole modern market, for those who are asking if I get a shop in Oluyole modern market, how do I actually make profit? Because that's a very important aspect as well. One thing about selling properties or giving investors opportunity to own property is the ability for them to know how they are going to make profit for it. How do I mean? So if I ask you to get a property, the idea is you are coming as an investor to own that property. What do you get as an investor? What is your exit plan as an investor? So if I'm investing into this property, how long do I get to own the property before I can actually sell? You can hear the noise. That is because opposite us is a major road in the local government where you can see traffic going to. So it's actually a walking plaza we are building where people can actually drive in to come to your eatery, people can drive in to come to your shop, people can drive in to come to do business in your office. So it's a very massive project. In the process of discussion, I'm going to pin the link to other video that shows you the full breakdown of this property. Now, I don't want to take much of our time. I want to do just 10 minutes here. Okay, so it'll be very fast. So in the process of that, I would like to answer some major questions. We already have I have some questions that people have been asking me, and I think it's only right that I answer that question generally so that any other person will get a full idea of what they can get if they should. All right, we are live. Sorry about that. It was a network breach. Okay. So, like I was saying, if you are buying a shop in Oluyole Modern Market, the question here is, what do you gain as an investor? buying a shop here, what where so the questions I want to answer specifically is simple. Where is this market located? How the shop? What is the mode of payment? Is it a one-time payment? Is it a 6 month, 1 year, 18 months payment? Exactly what is the procedure? So I'm going to run through very fast some of the questions that I've been getting about this project, and I would like to quickly answer it for everyone that is involved. Are you with me? All right, so quickly, most importantly, the questions I get is where is Oluyole Modern Market located? Okay, now to be precise, Oluyole Modern Market is located in New Garage. Okay, Oluyole Modern Market is located in New Garage, Oluyole local government area of Ibadan. Okay, so we are talking about New Garage Road, Oluyole, Ibadan, is directly along the Akala Expressway. Just like I mentioned, it's directly along the Akala Expressway. Also very close to Challenge Terminal. Challenge Terminal is the terminal where you get to connect to other parts of the country by road. Okay, so it's very well located. Another question I get here is what's the government partnership? So it's a public-private partnership with the Oluyole local government. So it gives us top security on title of property and building approvals. Okay, we also ask what is the lease duration? So what is the lease duration? Let me break down. This property is actually coming to you as a lease. That means now the 20 years lease goes for the lease shop here, and the 25 years lease goes for the maximum. I will tell you the prices as we speak, as we continue to discuss about this business. Another question is what document will I receive? So, as an investor, if you will you receive the document you are getting when you buy any shop in Oluyole Modern Market here? Number one, you are getting your receipt of payment, and then you are getting a lease agreement. That lease agreement stands as your deed of assignment when you are buying land. You understand? Or your contract of sale when you are buying a property. So the lease agreement, within the lease agreement is going to be stated there how much you paid for the property, how you are an owner of that property, you can do how much you can decide to sell. The lease agreement does not decide how much you sell because in few years time the property for anybody you want to sell to, that is after you have made your capital gain and rental gain as well. So moving on, when does my 20 years or my 25 years begin? So does your lease start counting the moment you pay for the shop? No. The moment this property, the plaza is fully constructed and your shop is handed over to you, that is when the lease begins to count. So what we are having here is an 18 months delivery date. The property we are seeing here is not up to 5 months. It's not even up to 3 months. We have gotten to this stage already. Now, this is not the only one behind it. If I turn the camera, we have shops being built all the way to the end of the fence there. So currently we have under construction about 80 shops under construction, 40 here, 40 here under construction currently. Okay, so once you buy and the property is fully developed and handed to you, that's when your lease start counting. Okay, that is when your lease start counting. Then the next question I want to take here is what document will I receive? I've talked about document you're going to receive. Okay. Then say what it's also saying what are the payment plan? Very important. What are the payment plan for Oluyole Modern Market? If you are buying Oluyole Modern Market, the payment plan is 6 months. You can pay for that means you make a deposit, you spread the remaining payment for 6 months, no extra payment added. 12 months, of course, you're going to attract another extra 1 million on top of the initial price of the property, which is actually very understandable. So if you are buying, so let's all move into the big question here is what are the what is the payment structure? Payment structure is monthly payment. If you are buying only on the modern market, the payment structure is monthly payment. 1 million this month is in the next 6 months, no extra cost. So that means every month you'll be paying a particular amount to meet up in the next 5 months rather. Okay, the next 5 months. So the big question is here is how much is a shop in Oluyole modern market? How much is a shop in Oluyole modern market? Now the shop prices is divided, the shop category is divided into four. The shop category is actually divided into four. So for the sake of specific figures and specific explanation, I'm going to read the sizes of the shop. So if you are familiar with the sizes of shops, then you of course you'll be easy to calculate it. Okay. Now the shops are divided into four. Number one we have the standard shop, we have the classic shop, we have the premium shop, and then we have the platinum shop. But don't bother about the name. Work with the price. Number one, we have the shop that is going for 5 million, the shop that is going for 7 million, we have the shop that is going for 8 million, and then we have the shop that is going for 11 million. I'll come again. 5 million, 7 million, 8 million, 11 million. Now, this shop just mentioned, I'm talking about ground floor. Of each of these shops I just mentioned, respectively, if you are taking the up shop, because we have ground floor and we have upper floor. If you are taking the upper floor in each of these shops I just mentioned, respectively, if you are taking the 5 million naira shop, if you are up floor, you are going to pay 6 million naira. If you are taking the 7 million naira shop and you want to take the up floor, you are going to pay 8 million. If you are taking the 9 million naira shop, okay, let me take that again. If you are taking the 5 naira shop, ground floor is 5 million, up floor is 6 million. If you are going for the 7 million naira shop, ground floor is 7 million naira, up floor is 8 million naira. Now, if you are going for the 8 million naira shop, ground floor is 8 million, the up floor is 9 million naira. But if you decide to go for the biggest shop, now the biggest shop is 11 million naira ground floor and 12 million naira up floor. Now I'm going to explain why the prices are different. Now the standard shop which is for 5 million naira, the size is 10 feet by 8 feet. The size 10 feet by 8 feet. Okay? The size is what? 10 feet. Of course, we are talking about 3 meters by 2.4 meters. That is 3 meters by 2.4 meters. Of course, if you give it to somebody who is into construction, they'll explain the sizes to you. Okay, that's the basic unit going for 5 million naira. Now, if you are going for the classic unit, of course, is going for 7 million naira for the classic unit is going for 7 million naira for ground floor and 8 million naira for up floor. The size is what? The size is also 10 feet by 8 feet. But the classic unit, which is 7 million and 8 million naira, the lease duration is 25 years. But the lease duration is 20 years. That means if you buy for 5 million, you can own that shop for 25 years, take rental income, even get to sell the shop if you decide to sell it after 10 years. You have that liberty to do so with your shop. But you get to own it for 20 years. That's the lease duration. But if you are going for the 7 million naira shop and the 8 million naira shop, which the sizes here is 10 feet by 8 feet, but you get own it for 25 years. 25 years. Okay, now the premium shop, which is going for 8 million naira ground floor and also going for 9 up floor, you can own rental income here for as much as 1 million naira every year, and you get to own the shop for 25 years. You get to own the shop for 25 years, and then you earn rental income. You can earn rental income 11 years, 15 years, and decide to sell the shop for even higher profit. In 15 years' time, the value of the property is even higher. So if you buy for 7 million or you buy for 5 million, you can own the property for 25. For 5 million, you own for 20 years, and then for 7 million above all to 8 million naira, 11 million naira shop, you can own for 25 years, and then even sell along the way before your lease expire. You can decide to sell to a new person for as high as 20 million, 25 million, and then that means you are making rental income for a period of 15 years, depending on when you set your exit point. You know, I told you when you're coming into an investment, you have to plan an exit point. What is your exit point? How do you plan to get your money back and even make more. Okay, so you get to own the shop for 25 years. The sizes of the 8 million naira shop is 3 meter times by 3 meter. That is 10 feet by 10 feet. Then the biggest shop we have here comes with a personal toilet, a private toilet. Okay, that is the shop going for 11 million naira, and the sizes is 12 feet, 12 feet by 12 feet. 12 feet by 12 feet. That is 3.6 meters by 3.6 meters. Okay, it comes with a private toilet and you get to own it for 25 years as well. I know, I understand that these numbers are quite confusing, but to send us a message, of course, I'm going to send you the full breakdown. Now, again, this modern market is located in Oluyole modern market. I'm going to take the phone from where I put it here now. So you're going to notice some, of course, some stable movement in the camera. The idea of taking the phone is so that I can show you the environment. Okay, the reason of coming live is so that I can show you the full environment and what this property looks like. So we are currently under construction. You can see behind me, this property is actually a very big project. We have a very big project going on here. Like I told you before, what we are building here currently under construction is 80 shops simultaneously under construction. So I came here very today is on Saturday. So I came here very that's why there's no workers on site currently. But every day of the week we are working. So you can tell we are doing our own blocks, and then I don't know if I can switch the camera. Okay, great. I can switch the camera. So you can see the road. This is the Akala expressway. This is the community road. So you can tell that the environment is actually very, very, very packed. It's a packed environment. So this is a very important part or your Ibadan. Okay, so it's a very big project we are working on there. All right, so like I said, I don't want this live to be too long, but obviously it's over 15 minutes already. So I'm going to end the live now. But if there's any information you do not understand on this live, you can reach out to us, send us an email or call us directly via the link that is put on the video, and then we'll reach out to you. All right? So have a nice day and God bless you.